Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using White Newman Tarot by, I want to say it's BG something. Elba BG. It's at the top here. And the website is Liminal 11. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. I don't think I missed any information on that. Supportive Oracle cards. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Website for this one is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. And the dice I use are the D&D dice. I use the 20, the 12, and the 4. The 20 for the major arcana, which does omit 21, but I work with it. And the 12 for the suits up to Knight. Again, it omits the Queen and King, but I work with it. And the 4 is for which element, like fire, earth, air, water. Okay, and now, on to your read. Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for when you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Cancer? Oh, got some double cards for you too. It happened for Pisces. A bunch of double cards popping out. What is that? You got like the Ace of Pentacles showing up here at the end, which is a new beginning. Usually something with a slow start, which is not bad, but there's this weird energy around it, like somebody else is playing the victim. Let's keep that in mind as we move forward. There's something that I feel like somebody's been trying to change for quite a while. Somebody's been wanting to change for quite a while. And they've been telling you pieces of it, but not everything. What is that? They got the Star card, more in than out, and the 5 of Pentacles, half in, half out. 8 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Somebody's been trying to change something, and they've been working at it little by little, little by little, little by little. I feel like you've been kind of working with them on this, but you're kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like I've been talking with them, but I haven't been really working in the sense of like helping them make it happen. They've been telling you, they've been saying this, saying that. And I feel like you weren't really sure, or maybe even at this point, you're not even sure if it's actually going to happen or if it's just something they're talking about. It's a change that they need to make happen for themselves, and I feel like you realize that. The thing is, the effort going on here, I feel like you're not even really sure, or maybe you haven't been sure that it was actually going to happen. But I do see that like it's starting to come into fruition. They're starting to make these changes. These things are starting to happen. They got the Queen of Pentacles. Don't get caught up in the gender. But I feel this is a long game person. This is like the long term. The like, this is when you start, a college program that's going to take you 6 to 8 years. But they've been putting in the effort. They're like, it's going to take me 6 to 8 years to be where I want to, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to make it happen. And it's almost kind of like, well, I see that you're trying, but you have to start that first day. And now they're getting ready to start that first day of classes. And that's where, I think that's the analogy we're looking for. When it happens, I feel like you're seeing this, and it's kind of like, I knew they were going to do it. Well, I knew they wanted to do that. I wasn't really confident that they were actually going to do it. I talked with them. I didn't get in their way. I don't think you got in anybody's way over it. But I didn't go out there and try to find them the college. I didn't go out there and try to find them the funding. I didn't try to find them the path to make it happen. But I didn't get in their way either. I was just kind of like, all right, I was watching. I'm not really sure I like that this is happening. Can we get a little bit more detail about this? It's not really bad, but I feel like there's a weird energy here. It's just 8 of Swords reversed, and the Strength card half in, half out. I think this is why this is a problem. Whoever's doing whatever they're doing, this is the part where they start those first day of classes. They're looking for your support. They're like, can you help me, Cancer? Could you do this for me? Could you help me with this? Could you be there for me for this? And I feel like I'm kind of torn because I'm like, I don't know if I really like the change, even though I've been hearing about it and I haven't stood in the way. But now, at the same time, I feel like I'm very loyal. Cancer, I think of Cancer as extremely loyal. And I feel like even though I'm not the biggest like yip hooray about this, hip hip hooray about this, that's what I'm trying to say. I still feel like you're there for the person who needs you, and you're helping them within respect to the situation. But at the same time, you might be telling them like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And they're like, "Well, I'm starting classes, so yes." There might be a little bit of a cheeky conversation in this too. They might be a little bit sarcastic with you. I keep getting a sarcasm. I don't know if they're trying to be funny or if they're just being a little bit sharp with their words. I do feel like you're helping them, mostly because I feel like I have to. I'm not really sure if I like it, but I feel like I need to. It's the loyalty thing with Cancer. I feel like it's very much the loyalty thing. Um, what's coming next is a good question. I'm getting like the coughing thing there. What's that about? At first, I feel like it has no. What I'm doing doesn't change their success. You're seeing the success come through, and you're not sure what to do with it. You got the Hanged Man, and you got the Six of Wands. You're seeing their success come forward, and you're starting to see like they're really going to do this. Um, I feel like I need to back them up. Ironically, I'm getting just keep doing what you're doing. Don't push forward on this yet. Is it going to succeed? I do feel like it will, but I feel like you got to kind of hang back for a minute, which may seem ironic. It puts you in a better advantage if you don't push forward because I feel Cancer very loyal. I think of Cancer as extremely loyal. And once you're like, all right, this is what's going to happen. Let's just let it. Let's just do it. I feel like there's this one of like, all right, I want them to see that I'm supporting them. I realize they're going to do it, so I'm just gonna try to accept it and support it. They're saying hold back with that energy for a minute. Um, Support them, yes. Like, okay, I support you. You're doing this. What they're saying is kind of like hold your energy for a minute. Do not move forward with like full board. Don't do that full board thing. Kind of like they're going to do it, so I'm going to help them make it happen. Don't do that just yet. Not just yet, because I do feel like you will get there, but that it's not time for that just yet. Things are going to get a little messy for a minute. So just let them sort it out. Let them tell you what's happening. I feel like for the next year, you kind of want to wait. It is going to change things, but like things are evolving and they're figuring things out. It does. This is like a speed card usually, but you'll notice on this one it looks kind of like a little bit tangled up. At least to me, it does. Things are happening very quickly, but they're all over the place. And change is kind of like evolving on its own terms. Let them go through that. Let them deal with that. Cancer is not usually, in my opinion, a big fan of change. So let them kind of work through the woods. Let them find their path. Let them find what they need to do. They're going to be safe. They're going to be fine. Um, if they need this or that from you, they'll touch base. Help them with what they ask for. Don't be the cheerleader or don't try to help them forge that path ahead. Let them do that. I feel like it's for the next year, just to be fair. There are people around this situation who are not happy with this. There's something with that. Some people are very afraid of like the changes going on here, and some people want to get in the way, and some people want to make this fail. I don't think you're going to let this fail. I think you're going to be there to back this person up. Be more on the quiet side with it is what I'm getting. Like maybe just kind of let them know like I want to support you, but I don't want to get in the middle of this. So like I'll help you, but just let's keep it between us. One of those things. I just feel like that's better because I'm getting like there's a lot of fear here. Literally that fear card is there. People not understanding where things are going to go for them. The devil shows up with boundaries. The devil is about boundaries. Somebody else doesn't like this change. At least one other person. And I feel like people are trying to restrict this other person. You don't need to be in the middle of that crossfire. Let this happen. Let this other person sort it out. Quietly help them. I feel like for the next year or so. And you're going to be surprised that it's a lot better for everybody, including you, just by being a little bit more quiet about this. I do see like the Ace of Pentacles showing up here, but like somebody looking for like a scapegoat. Like I keep getting like somebody playing the victim here. You don't have to be that one. You don't have to be the target. I don't know about the person succeeding being that target either, but whatever that energy is, just kind of pull back, let them say what they need to say, just don't say anything about it, let them vent, because I feel like that's its own thing. I don't see you being able to squash that. Even if you feel like you could, it's almost like, it lives underneath the floorboards. It's kind of like, it's like killing one bug and not realizing there's 50 others beneath the floorboards. Let it just kind of do what it needs to do so the truth comes forward and let it sort itself out. This situation is going to be the long-term game. It is going to win. It's going to be okay. Play it quietly. I keep getting play it quietly. That way you don't become targeted, for one. And also it's easier to help the situation going forward. You're also going through your own term of like accepting and dealing with and working through the change on your own terms. Having other people throw things at you or give you a hard time about it's not necessary and it's not helpful for you. You don't have to go through that if you don't want to. You will be fine. You will make it through, and so on with this other person. I feel like what they're saying is like, just don't put yourself in the middle of the crossfire. You don't have to be there. And it's not helping the other person with you being in that crossfire. Like if you get shot up, it's not making their life better. This is something that they're ready to handle. They'll handle it on their own. Just keep this more quiet, more personal, more to you. And let this other person that you're helping know that that's what you want. I feel like they understand and they'll be fine. I mean, it's a general read, I know, but for the most of you, I feel like that'll fit quite well. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.